Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the really emotional world of the novel Brown Roses by Tope Omotosho.
And that right there is the question at the very heart of this story. It follows two people whose lives have just been completely fractured by things that happened in their past.
So the whole story really unfolds through these parallel journeys of our two main characters, Andrew and Erinma. We're about to see how one single life-changing event can totally shape everything that comes after. All right, first up, let's meet Andrew. His story kicks off with what seems like a perfect, all-consuming love for his girlfriend TJ.
So as you can see, their relationship was, well, it was intense. You have this deep love mixed with some really serious complications. I mean, they're young, they're expecting a baby in secret, and they're dealing with family who just does not approve. But through all of that, Andrew was all in. He really believed their love could get them through anything. He was ready to go. Okay, so I want you to picture the scene. He's got rose petals on the floor. He's got an engagement ring burning a hole in his pocket. This is supposed to be the moment, the start of their forever. And then, just like that, his entire world comes crashing down when TJ tells him the devastating truth. And with that one line, she just delivers the final crushing blow. She walks out, leaving him totally broken, surrounded by all the pieces of a future that's just gone. A betrayal that deep, it doesn't just go away. It sticks with you. So what does that do to a person after 8 long years of carrying that kind of weight? Well, fast forward 8 years, and that hopeful, bright-eyed young man is basically gone. In his place, you've got Andrew the cab driver. He's this jaded, single dad who goes on these disastrous blind dates, completely convinced that a real connection is impossible. That one moment of betrayal made him build this fortress around his heart. All right, now let's switch gears and meet Erinma. Her past is also defined by a huge trauma. But, while Andrew's wounds are emotional, Erinma's are very, very physical.
This is the voice that's playing on a loop inside Arima's head. It's this constant, awful reminder of a house fire she survived, but where two people she cherished lost their lives. That guilt is with her every single day.
And this, right here, is the central conflict for her character. On the outside, she's this powerful, successful CEO of a big beauty brand. But behind closed doors, she's a woman battling PTSD, dealing with the physical scars from 47 surgeries, and carrying this emotional weight that just never seems to lift. And that trauma, it just seeps into every single corner of her life. It's the reason for her panic attacks and nightmares. It makes her question what she sees in the mirror. It puts a huge strain on her relationship with her fiancé. It makes her wonder, why was I the one who was saved? So with both of them so deeply wounded, you have to wonder, what keeps them going? How do they even get out of bed in the morning? Well, it turns out they each have one single, incredibly powerful reason to fight. Andrew's world might be full of cynicism when it comes to romance, but his love for his daughter Isabella, that is the one pure, driving force in his entire life. She is everything to him. Erinma, she takes all that grief and guilt and transforms it into this fierce devotion to Noelle, another survivor from the fire, who is now fighting for her life. Taking care of this little girl becomes her purpose. So you see what's happening, right? Both of them are totally isolated in their own pain, but they find meaning in the exact same way, by protecting an innocent child. Andrew's fight is to make sure his daughter never feels the abandonment he felt, and Erinma's fight is to give Noelle the future that was almost stolen from her. And this brings us right to the core of the whole novel. You've got two shattered lives running on these parallel tracks of loss and love. So where could these paths possibly lead? When you really boil it down, they're both survivors. Andrew survived a broken heart that made him lose faith in love. Erinma survived a fire that made her lose her sense of self, and yet they are both driven by this incredible, selfless love they have for others. So the story leaves us with this really powerful question. It kind of suggests that maybe real healing doesn't happen when you're all alone, but in that brave and honestly terrifying act of connecting with another wounded person. Can two broken people actually find a way to become whole together?